In this video, we reveal the Enigma, the movie of the mind. Have you ever been so caught up in a movie that you've forgotten where you are, completely unaware of your body and the space around you? It's a captivating experience where you lose yourself in the story unfolding on the screen. You're so engrossed in experiencing the movie that you forget who and where you are. You lose track of your body. Once the movie finishes, you're back to being aware of the body. This is because we have a remarkable ability to become singularly focused on a particular subject, to the point where we lose our wider sense of self. This same phenomenon occurs with thoughts as well. Have you ever noticed that as soon as there is a loud sound, or the body experiences a sharp pain, our consciousness goes there immediately? We swiftly turn toward the sound or reach for the painful area. The pull of the energy is so great that it draws us in immediately. The consciousness becomes so pinpointed on the subject that we lose awareness of our sense of self. We are all familiar with the voice of the mind determining whether we should do this or that, judging situations and judging others, narrating everything as we go along. We become so immersed in the constant stream of mental chatter that we lose sight of our true essence. We are caught in the illusion of the mind, leading us to believe that the mind and the body are who we actually are. The constant chatter of the mind takes over our attention, veiling our world and preventing us from experiencing life as it truly is. We get lost in the narratives, the thoughts and judgments of the mind. We listen to the voice of the mind constantly judging situations as well as others and ourselves, narrating our every experience, an incessant inner conversation, evaluating and deciding what we should or shouldn't do. We become fixated on one subject or another, narrowing our focus and losing touch with the present moment and our sense of being, our authentic nature. What we actually experience is our own personal view of the world according to ourselves. We block the pure, unfiltered experience of what is really out there. We are caught in the movie of the mind. Consider the moments when you engage in an internal dialogue. I have to do this for my job tomorrow, but I need to get some sleep. I need to prioritize work. No, I should rest so I'm alert for the day. The mind takes both sides of the conversation, causing inner conflict and perpetuating a restless state of mind. This voice follows us throughout our day, consuming our attention and leaving little room for genuine presence and peace. But what if we could step back from this constant mind chatter and see the mind as an object rather than our identity? What if we observe the mind as an external entity, separate from who we are at our core? When we become aware of the mind and its thoughts, we realize that we are not the mind. We are that which observes the mind. When we observe a cup, we already know that it is not who we are, that we are the subject viewing the object. We have advertently mistaken the mind for who we are. In fact, we are not the mind or the thoughts. We are simply viewing an object. We are the subject watching the thoughts, the object. Thoughts are simply things. They are objects outside of us. They are not who we are. We are that which receives these thoughts. We can be aware of the mind, but you are not the mind or the body. The key is to recognize the space between the thoughts. It is in this space that we can truly be aware of the mind without getting entangled in its narratives. By stepping back and viewing the mind as an object, we awaken from the dream of the mind. We lift the veil to the truth that we are not the voice in the mind, but the one behind it all. When we realize that we are the observer of the mind, a profound shift occurs. We open the door to the space between, the gap between all thoughts, between all things. In this space, we experience true freedom and clarity. We realize that thoughts come and go, but we are the unchanging presence that witnesses it all. As we deepen our understanding of the mind, we go beyond its limits. We no longer identify with the constant stream of thoughts, but with the vastness of who we really are. This shift brings us back to the present moment, where we can fully experience the richness of life. If you find yourself caught up in the movie of the mind, take a moment to step back and observe it as it truly is, without the judgments of the mind. Recognize that you are not the thoughts, that you have the ability to simply watch without attaching to the judgments projected through the mind. When we see that we are not the voice in the mind, that we are the one behind all of this, the one who listens, we lift the veil of the illusion of the mind and discover the true essence of who we really are. Until we meet again in the next video, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. Your feedback is important as it helps me create more informative videos for you and helps these videos reach a wider audience.